Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Elite Dangerous live stream. As you can see, as you could see, my name is Paige Harvey. I'm one of the community managers here at Frontier Developments, working on Elite Dangerous. And with me, I have the rat-tastic Stephen Benedetti. Hello, Stephen.
Hi. It was unintentional. I saw these ears lying about, and I was like, I really need to get into the sense of being a rat because we're doing an awesome galactic internship today with our wee badges and everything.
Got badges.
Hello, my name is
Commander Paige H. Harvey, but it is over another sign that says Paige H. Harvey, just in case I lose this one. So I know who I am. So tonight we're doing something quite interesting. This has happened before, back a long time ago when a gentleman called Edward Lewis was first taking on the moniker of the Galactic Intern. Now it has fallen to myself and Stephen and Will to be Galactic Interns, and you've had a turn and Will's had a turn, so now it's my turn. And tonight I am interning with the Fuel Rats. Now, if you don't know who the Fuel Rats are, have you been living under a rock? And secondly, as you can see from our t-shirts, they are groups of commanders who go out into the black with this incredibly convoluted system, which I've been learning today and I'm very frightened of. It makes sense once you start using it to rescue people who have run out of fuel. And you will at some point run out of fuel.
I've done it once or twice before.
I have been rescued 4 times.
I've never been rescued because I was so annoyed I wanted to blow myself up because I wasn't a good shot. I just got so annoyed. I was like, no, I need to redo this. Where I should have probably asked for help, but I'm very stubborn.
I do remember you saying to me, "What do I do?" And I was like, "Well, call the Fuel Rats." And you were like, "No, I'm embarrassed."
Yeah,
so.
it's like people see me fly on stream sometimes to make fun of me, but I've been saved by the rats. But I should do it. They're a fantastic service, and it's just because I was lazy.
Yeah, and so tonight I have always said, ever since I started playing the game, I want to learn to rat. I want to learn how to help people out and go and find them and take them fuel, and it's really cool. And so it's taken a good few years, but I'm doing it tonight, and tonight we are joined by 2 very special guests. We have 2 rats themselves. We have Absolver. Hello, Absolver, are you there? Good evening, how are you tonight? Or today, depending what time it is where you are. Not bad, and you know, how are things going for you?
Well, people need rescuing, so we're doing
apparently
the same thing we've been doing.
Sorry, apparently you couldn't be heard for a second, but I think I've now fixed that. Hopefully.
Oh, okay. Well,
apparently.
So we'll start that again. So how are you?
That's all right.
I'm doing good.
We have sound. Have we got sound? Have you got sound?
Fantastic.
Thanks, Zach.
Okay,
There we are.
thanks.
We must have had some audio rats come in and help us a little bit.
That was that.
But that's fine. We're sorted there. So thank you. And then we have our other special guest tonight, Anja.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, it's so sing-songy. It's so lovely. Hello. It's always lovely. And how are you today?
I'm lovely. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I think we can hear everybody now, which is very handy. So, guys, why don't you walk us through a little bit of what we're going to be doing today?
So what we're going to do is we're going to run you through what would be a normal case, couple little curveballs, kind of see how you do, and then time permitting, we'll see if we can run you through something a little bit more difficult, a little bit more stressful.
Oh, fabulous. Brilliant. Very good.
So I just want to point out that as Paige has said, she is the Galactic Intern today. I'm here for moral support.
Yes, very much so.
I am not actually physically doing there. I'm just co-piloting or co-piloting because, you know, I'm a rat. Do you get it? With the rat thing. That's the thing I'm getting close to. So Paige is going to be doing this drill and I will just be giving moral support and having some chat. But
yeah, and there will be times that, so although we can't show it at the moment, a lot of what the rats do when they're communicating, they use an IRC chat. So they talk to each other through text to be able to give instructions, receive instructions, that sort of thing. So you might see me sort of leaning off and typing bits and bobs, but you'll have the lovely Stephen to keep you entertained for a moment while I try and figure out which keyboard is which. But there we are. No, we have 2 keyboards, both of them do something. So let's just pop straight into game to make it nice and simple. We are in Walheim Vision, which, as I understand it, is in Fulham, which is the Fuel Rats' homeworld.
It is indeed.
It is indeed. Excellent. When did you guys sort of take control of it?
Well, actually, the system itself was found simply by typing fuel and searching the Galaxy map. At some
That's
point,
pretty good.
at some point, from the developments added us as a minor play fraction, changed the system description to include. So that was very nice of you.
Yes, because as we can see in the bottom left here, the Fuel Rats Mischief in the fueling system. And they are cooperative and industrial. That does quite nicely explain the Fuel Rats. So.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Orange Sheets in the chat, who is a rat as well, has mentioned in about autumn of 3301-ish.
That's when they got the system to the name. Fantastic. And that's what's really cool is not only do we have two very knowledgeable rats with us today, I'm sure we'll have some rats in the chat. So I think it's going to be really exciting to be able to talk to all of them. Any hints? Anything like that?
Yeah. So just before we carry on, so we have my ship. I've decided to go with the Asp Explorer after I spoke to Angie yesterday and was like, well, I don't know, which ship do I take? It was like, if you wanted it to be really ridiculous, you could take an Anaconda. You could go very simple and go with the Cobra, but when I was looking at jump ranges, I decided to go with the Asp Explorer. So I've grabbed one of those, which is very nicely called Don't Splat the Rat, hoping nobody accidentally flies into me or kills Stephen accidentally. That would be weird, but that's, you know, so we've gone with the Asp Explorer, you know, with the tag Parat, just because it's paid rat, close enough. And then I did just make Stephen as my Hollow Me.
And on Twitter, she's saying it looks
and
like
I've
me.
posted it on Twitter. Yeah, here we are.
Where am I?
And there we are. It's Stephen. There we go. So Stephen's now flying the ship, though.
Under your name.
Under my name. So I think we are ready to go. Where do we start, Andrea?
First, you're probably going to want to undock. A lot of rats try not to sit in a station because that kind of inhibits, if you're kind of going out with the purpose of, okay, I'm going to go out on calls today, we try and kind of put ourselves a little somewhere else to give ourselves less downtime between when we get the call and when we go out to it.
Okie dokie, fair enough. So let's get undocked. I've chosen some very fetching bobbleheads. I think the game audio might be a little too loud if you'd be able to have a look at that. Thank you, Stephen. While I undock here.
Is that better? Please let us know if that's good.
But you needed to get the real experience of standing next to a ship. Yes,
That's
so yeah,
it.
we'll adjust the sounds as we go. We do apologise, running 3 or 4 different sounds at the same time.
Yeah, it's always interesting.
And Paige, if you take a look over at your IRC chat, it looks like a case has just come in.
My gosh. So there we are. Sounds like Orange Sheets is having some trouble. He says, oi, help. Which is very handy. Okay, so where do we go from here? Once I get out the way so they don't kill me for being in the, in
the zone.
In the zone.
So, since you've got this lovely case, the first thing you're going to need to do is call jumps.
Okay.
So once you're safely out of the airlock and not disintegrated by the station,
Very
you're
nice.
going to need to plot a route to their system, which in this case
Okey-dokey.
is Signify LFLB54-1.
Okay, so we're going to type it in with this keyboard.
With that
In
keyboard.
fact, why don't you type it in for me, Stephen?
Where is that? Let me
So
see.
SYNUEFE space LF hyphen L.
And
B.
while you're typing these things in, Orange Sheet is actually being instructed to do something called prepping, which we ask all of our clients to do. So we ask them to drop out of superqueues, come down into normal space, and turn off all of their modules except for their life support, all the modules that are able to be turned off, which minimizes fuel usage.
Excellent. Whoop, there we go. So
I wasn't prepared to
Found
do
this?
anything on this stream except for like a
that's
rat.
fine. You're helping me with keyboards, which is handy because there's one in front of you and there's one in front of me. So I have 7 jumps to get there, and if I am just checking, I do have enough fuel to make it all the way, which is cool.
Awesome.
So where do we go from here, Andrea?
So if you've plotted your route, you're going to need to go into your bottom left nav panel and figure out how many jumps it is.
Yep, so 7.
So in the chat then, you're going to have to type, let's see, what case number did they end up with? They ended up with case number 7, so you'll type something along the lines of 7 jumps number 7, because that lets your dispatcher know how far away you are.
Ooh, there we are. Ooh.
So right now, Paige is
Even.
communicating this to the Fuel Rats team, and they're dedicated communications, so that they can all work together. Because that's what's quite interesting. Is there's actually a network of everybody working together, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's so many people. Like, I'm looking at this chat now, and it was only, I'm going to find one person, but there's like 12 people here managing things, and then 2 people on the chat with us, and then others watching, and it's a huge undertaking that you guys are going through.
Yeah.
So we know that.
Yeah, we have-
Yeah. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
We have around 100 rats online at any time to our RC server. And we handle anything from around 20 to 30, 40 cases every day.
Wow. That
20
is
to
impressive.
40 cases. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, we have a statistic on
Wow.
how many cases we handle per day, and it can vary a lot from.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
So, having a look between the IRC and my game, it appears I have a friend request.
Good news, you got assigned to the case.
Oh my god, I got my first case.
Your first
High
case.
five.
And
People
even
that-
better news, depending on your outlook, you are the only rat assigned to the case.
Well,
So it is all on you.
oh, well, that's good. That's
There's
excellent.
no pressure there at all, Paige.
No, it's fine. So
You should have received your firm request, yeah?
Yep, from Orange Sheets. Which is good.
And you're
so-
going to want to accept that.
Yep, good. Just making sure. So that is now accepted. Very good.
So once you do that, you're going to want to type back into the IRC FR plus with your case number to let your dispatcher know, hey, I have that request.
Excellent.
Very technical.
And if anyone is looking to become a rat, they are always looking for, more people to rat with them. But they do have all of this on a super handy Confluence, so you can read a lot of this, learn a lot of things, and they've always got, beautifully lovely people like we've got talking to us today to help out as well. So, we've sent the friend request, we have said friend requests, so I take it I'm going to want to start heading towards them.
Oh, yeah, I actually forgot something. Go me!
Nah, just stand there.
As you send your jumps call, it is kind of common practice that you will be jumping towards that call to get there as soon as you possibly can. So
Fabulous.
let's see if we can make up some ground there.
That's fine. We've got a decent jump range, and the only thing I'm carrying on me is limpets, so should be fine. Now, I did bring a few too many limpets, but that's okay,
Perfect.
just in case.
Just in case. Prior preparation.
Might have another emergency come up at the same time. Who knows?
That's exactly it. Well, listen, we'll make the haste up. We'll get back. These are lives on the line here, Paige. We've got to get into this. We're just interns, so it's
We're learning. We're
learning, but we can't learn with life. So while we're jumping, can you tell us a wee bit about yourselves and how you got involved in the Fuel Rats?
Probably starting with Absolver, since we've not
Absolver,
heard
yeah.
from you for a
Yeah.
little bit.
I actually started
Whoa.
to the 301
Okay.
around
Wow.
June, it was. Oops.
It's all right. It's all right. I hit a star. We're going. Got to make mistakes when you're an
That
intern.
never happens. That never happens.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, so I started out as a rat, and then I actually got involved with the tech rats, which is the technical part of running the rats, handling the servers and the systems we use and everything, and also as a moderator for keeping the chat in order, so to say.
So a lot of the technical systems you've had a hand in.
Yeah, quite a bit of them. From anything from the systems that, the RC system, the Confluence, Jira pages, everything like that.
And they are impressive. I was saying that they're very, very well written. It's like an entire wiki on how to be a rat.
Yeah, I've always been fond of saying that Fuel Rats is one of the few enterprise levels player groups I've ever been part of.
It's all right. I'm just jumping.
She's just jumping into that. That's fantastic.
Okay, there we go. Good call earlier, Andrew, on getting those heat sinks.
Thought it might be a good idea.
Yep.
Yep, you were very much correct. I totally crashed on purpose.
Yes, we were just testing you. And Andrew, what about yourself? How did you get into the Fuel Rats?
I'll answer that in 1 second because your dispatch, actually, an IRC page, is looking to see whether or not you've been winged up with your client because they asked the client to wing. So might want to give Dispatcher Hagrid over there a quick answer.
Okie dokie. Well, let's have a look. I am not winged. I do not appear to have things. Perhaps I did not see it. Hold on. I just realised that. I just realised what the issue is here. Oh. I think I remember what I was meant to put in the chat, so that's good.
Very good. So what she's done is she's put WR minus in the chat, which means that she hasn't gotten a wing request from the client.
There we are. I can yaw now. That'll be why I hit a star. I was wondering what was going on.
This is the exact same thing happened to me.
Yeah, there we are. So we're gonna ask them to send a wing request again, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes. So cool. And we're still on our way to the Sinuef system, which is fine.
We're on track. A bit
Very
late,
good.
but on track.
We're late but on track. Yes, very much so. Which pretty much describes my life, but we're fine.
We're getting
Right. Okay. So I have a thing. So let's go up there. And then we're going to put in the chat that I have now received said wing request. Excellent. HBadger88, yes, that was 99 billion credits. This would be my dev account.
Mm-hmm.
But still flown by me flying into the sun. So.
Yeah, and there's been comments, this is your first rescue and you're doing it on a live stream.
Yes.
So it is very, very brave to do, because as you all know, Will and I like to make excuses when you go into live stream that everything that you know how to do goes out the window with the pressure of everything else. And like Paige says, she's got a wiki up to the left, she's got the chat to the left, she's got our chat, we've got the stream set up and this, so it's a lot to take and it's very impressive, but she's got two fantastic helpers here.
Yeah.
Not me, I'm
and
just
Stephen.
I'm just here. I'm just here for the bands, for the funds.
So right then.
Thank you, Harry. Lee, I look cute with my ears.
Oh, very, very nice. You do have very nice ears.
I do.
So, right, there we go.
So we're on our way to the
Yeah.
zone.
And we can see that Sheets has taken a little bit of damage, but they're okay. They're all right. Still alive.
Here's hoping.
Yeah, well, from the wing icon, I can see that they've taken a little hit, but they seem to be okay.
Yeah.
Off we go.
So there seems to be quite a lot that goes on throughout the stuff, throughout all these things, because there's so many different scenarios that can happen from these situations. Now I know that we might probably see some of these scenarios, but you guys must have, with this Confluence page, so much information that you need to collate and put together. Does anyone ever surprise you anymore?
Not too often. I mean, we've seen a lot of things over the past 3 years, from trying to super cruise to the next system over to going insane amounts of this past the galactic edge and
Fair enough.
doing pretty much every mistake the game allows you to make.
So what has been like, the most fun type mistake you've seen? Something that's caused the most interesting rescue?
That's going to have to be the one that actually took place last winter here with Commander Diluvian, who had traveled several hundred light years past the galactic edge, and it took us like 2 months to get to him.
Months?
That was good fun.
Wow.
Yeah, it was in the news and everything, and I remember Sally, when she was here, she did tell me that watching that live stream, she did cry. Like, when they actually got there and they sent the first limpet, she was just sobbing. So
I think that's dedication.
it was impressive.
Because, I mean, realistically, you could just blow yourself out and, come get you. But that's obviously not what you want to happen, especially, like, with the game. And the fact that you guys took the time to go and do that is just phenomenal. And it's really interesting. We do these galactic interns and we do, like, even some of, like, the racing stuff with the full throttle and anything else that we do. Everybody always has nothing but praises for the Fuel Rats.
Yeah, and the impressive thing about the community is that at one point there was 9,000 people watching a black screen because they were watching the stream from the rat heading out to the rescue, and it was just a ship going straight for
And that was it.
9,000 people watching for several hours.
Yeah, I do remember I jumped in for a little bit. Right, so I can now see in the IRC chat as well that our rescuee is getting a little antsy because you know they're out there on their own and it's cold and scary.
We're coming, Orange Sheets.
We're coming, but I have let them know that I'm only 2 jumps out. And Sally has appeared in the chat. A wild Sally. Hello, Sally.
Hey, Sally. We miss you.
But there we go. So yes, everybody do put in the chat that Sheets will be okay. We're on
Sheets
our
will be
way.
okay. Send them loving. Sock Fiddler says need to send some loving reassurance. Send us.
Yes. Don't
We're
worry,
coming.
Sheets. We've only got a jump left. I'm scooping at the same time.
We can do this. See, that's really good to have.
Right. Fair enough.
So it's quite daunting though as well, because I think my biggest fear is that I would end up going and causing more problems, you know, which is probably what I would do.
Actually.
So do you do a lot of practicing from these stuff? Obviously, this is a drill, so you must do this quite often.
We have 2 different kind of programs that we offer. One of them is training, where you can kind of sit down and run rescue scenarios outside of the kind of pressure of a drill. And then you have drills where you're kind of going through a relatively complicated normal rescue and you're being kind of assessed on your ability levels and how you complete various things. And that one's a little bit more pressure.
Wow. And it's like a proper exam, but it is an exam that seems to be worth it because like I said, there's nothing but good things said about the fuel rats, and the stuff that you do is amazing, and the lengths that you go. So obviously this all works, but it is a lot of work. But it definitely shows the dedication of how people do. Like Tim Bruton just posted, "I would love to be a rat." Like people want to be a rat.
You can be a rat.
And you can.
Yeah,
very
I know
much
it can be
can.
a rat.
And so, guys, if people do want to be a rat, how do they get involved with you?
Well, it's just a matter of going to our webpage and going to the join the Fuel Rats link. I have it here somewhere.
Right. If one of our lovely mods is in the chat, if you can post up the Fuel Rats website, they will be more than happy. All the information is on there that you need, and it's so obviously yesterday I set up my Fuel Rat account, and it was just done instant, easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And I think you want to become a full honorary member.
Yeah, but
That's the goal.
that's why I'm
That's
here.
the
I'm
goal.
doing the best I can. I have stopped to scoop some fuel because I realised I was running a little low, but I have let them know in the IRC that I am 1 jump away.
I hear sounds. Oh, Orange.
Oh.
Oh.
So Orange Sheets is now hearing sounds, Anja.
Well, we'll let dispatch try and work out what's going on there, but we might have some issues once we get there. We'll have to see.
Oh, goodo. Please.
Nothing to worry about, not all.
Please, no Thargoid. I didn't.
No
come
promises?
I know your promises.
I didn't come prepared for Thargoids.
But we are almost there, aren't we, Paige?
We're gonna get there, and we're gonna find the ship covered in Snickers, and the ship's been eaten by rats.
I do like Snickers. After
Again?
today, I put them on.
Amber Rowe is
No
saying, saying that it's the first time seeing a fuel rat in action. I am so sorry it's me. Right. Oh, the exciting thing. It was Orange Sheet's pager. It appeared, who has a pager in these days? That might be the cause of your troubles. We'll check that bit. But we're doing it. Okay, right. We have arrived in the system.
And thank you, Bongo Baggins, for putting up that link for us. It's on Twitch at the moment. If we have anybody from our mods on YouTube, if they could pop up there as well, that'd be
So
fantastic.
the client had told dispatch that they had lit their beacon. So you should be able to look around for their beacon and see what your eyes can see.
Yes, there are no contacts in range. Let's see. Does Gondor call for aid?
I had to throw in a Lord of the Rings
I had to.
question. But
Wow,
yes.
So-
will do.
If you don't see one, the first thing you should probably do is let your dispatch know.
Yep, okay, so I'm going to type in wing beacon minus because I don't see one.
That'll work.
Hopefully.
And then We've unfortunately we've thrown you a bit of a curveball
Oh,
here.
no.
I know. Unfortunately, some clients make errors
Oh,
when they
no.
put in their rat signal.
Oh,
So,
no.
one of the common errors that we see is perhaps they aren't where they say they are.
Did they give me the wrong system?
Oh, you might want to check GalMap and take a look and see.
Oh no, did they? Oh, there is no. Oh, look, they're over here now. Well, luckily we have the icons for friend and for somebody in my wing, so we can go and find them quite easily. So, what do I want to put in the IRC chat at this point to tell them?
So you're
going
gonna
to
want to let them. You're gonna want to let them know the new system name. So perhaps something along the lines of new system number 7 and wherever they've happened to get themselves stranded.
And you know what? I actually think I did do this once when I was stuck.
So you can't be like, oh, I can't believe someone did this. You've done it yourself.
That's why I didn't say I can't believe somebody did it, because I'm pretty sure I did. So, right, it's okay. So we figured out they are in a different system than they told us. Luckily, they're pretty close, and we can tell that from the galaxy map. We can see a couple of icons telling us where we're meant to be. And they have responded in the chat saying, "Oh yeah, that one." Fabulous. That is excellent. All right,
That
let's
is
go
not
that way.
uncommon.
Nope.
Not
Yeah.
uncommon.
Good thing I s-
Another player actually look at their bottom left display there and see the target system. So they're reporting the system they were going to go to, but they don't have fuel enough to read.
Right.
Right.
Okie dokie. So, I'm still really happy with my bobbleheads that just say rat.
And just see the rat. Yeah, that's it. I quite like that as well.
Rat.
That's the, but
So-
this is.
While you're dropping in, let me go through really quickly what you're going to want to do when you drop in, because getting client fuel as quickly as possible is the most important thing.
Oh,
So
doke.
once you drop, you're going to want to look for their beacon. As you see their beacon, you're going to want to head right towards it and engage Wingman Navlock so you can drop.
Yes. Okie dokie. So we have a beacon, which is nicely.
It's just behind the big star.
Yeah, just back here.
And we're going round.
So while I traverse round an entire sun,
I thought there was going to be a conclusion to that. We
Nope,
are getting there.
it's
We're
all right.
getting
I
there.
was just being sassy.
Sassy. They're always at the
Have
other
you
side of the sun.
set Navlock on that?
No, actually. So if I if I'm brand
If you
new,
set
what am I
Navlock,
doing?
you'll drop right in.
Right. Now's me being a plonker and realizing I have forgotten where the navlock button is. Hold on. Where am I going?
Top left.
It
the
is top
same
left.
area that you would add someone to wing. And yeah, there you
There
go.
we go. There's like 3 different places. Where am I going? So. Right.
I was totally out of it. I
That's
was really
all right.
interested in what was going on. Yeah, and Bongo
Yeah.
Baggins has posted the Become a Rat onto YouTube as well. So if anybody is interested, go and check them out. They've also got so much information, great stories and stuff in it as well.
Oh.
So if you take a look,
Yep.
you'll notice they are really close to that star.
They are very close to it.
So around stars, we have something called an exclusion zone.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you, I think when you were jumping through, we saw you dive into one accidentally.
Yes. Yes.
And once you're stuck in one, it's a little bit difficult to grab any kind of instance. I'm also not quite sure why you're not Navlock.
That's all right. Well, we are, because as we can see in the top of the bar, I've got red boxes around it, which is not liking me, because we're near a sun. It's all right. We'll get there. I'm going to flip around
Yeah.
and jump and then come back to him. Go.
And what you're actually going to do is you're going to want to let your dispatch know that they are plopped into that easy.
So,
Because dispatch might be able to help you out a little bit.
So many twists and turns.
The general rule is when all else fails, if you're not sure what's going on, message your dispatch. They
alright.
will help.
don't just put the pad down and then type, because you're back exactly where you started.
Yeah, you're going to want to turn off your Navlock for a few moments there until we get
That's
the
all-
client out
That's
of the
alright.
exclusions.
Dispatch has my back. So, there we are. We're just going to back up a tiny bit.
So what's happening now?
So, Angela, so what does the person being rescued at this point need to do?
So the dispatch has sent them instructions on jumping into Super Cruise and flying away from the star. So they're going to reactivate their thrusters and their FSD. They're going to untarget everything that they have targeted so that it doesn't tell them that they don't have enough fuel to jump, as it will if they have another system targeted.
Very cool.
And then they're going to fly away from the star for about 5 light seconds. And then they're going to want to drop back into normal space so you can get.
Ah, very good. There we go. I can imagine they're quite toasty.
I like the comment, oh, so many sparks and flames.
Yes, ignore the sparks. They'll be gone soonish. And, the very fun ejections here. Yep, don't park in those. There we are.
And
So-
should you see your clients start to move, it's also a good idea to let your dispatch know that, because
Oh.
otherwise we kind of sit there and go, I wonder if the client's still there.
Okay, dokie. The client has moved because they just went boop.
They've gone, I think they're behind you now.
They've disappeared. Flip. Do a little flip.
Oh, there we go, I think that's down there.
Yay! Very nice. They're still moving though, so I'm going to wait for a second.
And there's orange sheets. We finally got there. It's been an emotional struggle as we've got to here.
It's been terrible, but
I
they're
mean-
still going by the look of it.
You're doing a great job, Paige. I'm glad I'm not doing it.
It's all right. You can do the difficult one.
Once they've stopped, you're going to want to re-engage that wingman navlock and see if you can't get into their instance.
All right, engaging the wingman navlock. And yoop, do the little jumpy
You also
button.
need to do the Super Cruise. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, it's all right. I got that bit. I figured it out. Excellent.
See, that's the fantastic thing, is that we've got you guys here to help us to do all this stuff. When we make mistakes, or we kind of go, oh no, we can help you with that stuff. But like people are saying, dispatch is always there to help you.
Yes.
And you guys do this a lot, and you have these great communication tools to go back and forth with them. So don't fear. We might have an extra help here, but they're just as helpful without the voices.
Yes. And this will be the kind of help that you guys can get if you decide you want to be a rat. And I think, what was that? I was looking at some stats yesterday. You have, I think, over, was it 10,000 across all platforms?
Yeah, around 10,000 registered rats across all platforms.
That's quite a few. That's quite a few. My gosh. I have found
Orange
a sheets. That's definitely some sparks going on there.
Oh wow, yeah, there's sparks at
That
the back
is
of it.
that is sparking.
So once you are in their instance, you're going to want to fire limpets as soon as you possibly can. You're going to target them
Ooh, yes.
and fire away. Once you've targeted them, you're going to want to avoid pointing directly at them. And you're going to want to drop something like your cargo scoop or your landing gear.
Okie dokie. Well, we've got a button for that. Haha. There we go. Now, the only problem is I can't hear the in-game audio. Oh, there you go. Fuel transfer complete. They
got
have
fuel.
fuel. We fueled somebody.
And once fuel transfer complete, you're going to want to throw that back to your dispatcher so they can take a deep breath.
Okie dokie. So I'm guessing we're going to want to put something like FT plus or
Fuel plus.
Fuel plus. There we are.
Oh.
Fuel plus. Do they need more fuel? Should I give them more fuel?
I
should
get the
probably give
feeling.
Ooh.
Go ahead, Abs.
Yeah, you should probably give them a few more limpets.
More fuel.
There's nothing wrong with more fuel.
There you go. Have some fuel. Now we're going to have a look.
And then at this point, you would probably begin debriefing your client. We're going to gloss over that a little bit, but we would kind of talk to the client about scoopable stars and how to map plot scoopable stars so that they don't end up in this situation again.
I think
There we are. That's my glossing over version. Do you know KGB foam? Look it up, please. That's
That's a short version.
TY. There we are. Sorted. That's a shorthand version. Nobody died. I only flew into. Is it eatable? Technically, but you will die. If you try and eat sun, it may not go well. So there we are. I have fueled a person. They are alive.
it's amazing.
It's happened.
And the good thing is, like you said, you don't just fuel them and go, right guys, see you later. You actually go, right, we need to tell you how to survive this. We need to make sure that you're there, and you give them a nice breakdown of what to do and how to do it, which is very, again, like, I am just overly not stunned, amazed is the right word, about the lengths and the time and the commitment that this group has for people in the Elite Dangerous universe. It's amazing.
So, Commander Moonprayer has said, let's explain to the chat why we deploy landing gear or a cargo scoop. So why is it we do that?
So, right up.
Well, there are some platforms where we have a lot of buttons concentrated around a very small amount of keys, and it's not unknown to accidentally hit boost, for instance.
Yeah.
And if you're aimed at the client and you hit boost, that can happen.
Yeah,
Even
so
if you're...
they're gone.
it's
Bye-bye.
happened that for instance, a cat that hit boost once.
I was going to say, there was a cat involved once.
There
Stephen,
was.
it's okay, don't worry, the cat's not here, but the cat jumped up on the desk and killed both the rat and the rescuee.
See,
Yeah.
everybody tells me, oh, you should love them, and then I get these stories. I'm just not a cat fan. I'm a rat. I'm terrified of cats.
And there we go. Our
Oh.
friend has jumped away. They've left. Goodbye. They're gone. They're 40 light years away
They're 40
already.
light years, and now they're going to continue their journey.
And they're going to get stuck, and I'm going to go find them again. So, there we are. So, do we have a more difficult one, or do we need to go back and refuel, because I am on half fuel?
You may want to scoop, and we'll just have to see if another case comes in.
Well, alrighty then.
So do most drills have numerous cases? Do you give them different scenarios, or is it normally just like one case and then you get like your training badge?
For the drills, we normally just do one case with a few curveballs thrown into. Give them a chance to show that they actually know the basic workflow of fueling people.
There we go. Right, we're going to jump.
So I see that people are saying we only hug cats to death, we don't attack them, and it's just important because this is one of the big things about this group as well. It is all about helping others, not taking sides, and being as inclusive as possible, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like another rat sample has come into your IRC.
Gosh, no, not another one. I'm guessing this one will have more trouble. Oh, and look, Orange Sheets has now been saved so much they've gotten to a computer.
Yay!
All right, so while I wait for some details, I will quickly put myself over this here sun so I can get some fuel.
That's a good
You just
idea.
stay there. So this person has just said, help! And they're
It's one of the dramatic clients.
They're a dramatic client, and they're in Wonkamala. Let's have a look. Stephen, if you wouldn't mind.
Let's try this.
Oh,
That's
that
how it
did
goes.
click. Well done.
Where are we going?
Wonkamala.
Wonkamala.
Now, there's no letters or numbers in this one, so...
Okay, so we should. That's quite vague.
Oh, no. That's the entire
That's the
system
terrace.
name.
All right.
That's not too far away.
That's not too bad. We can get there.
Yeah, okay.
How many jumps
Right.
we got?
Let's
Getting really
have-
into it now. Like, I'm only meant to be here as a passenger, and I'm like, how many jumps are we going to go? How soon are we going to
many
get there?
jumps? How many jumps? We
7.
have triangle jumps.
We have triangle jumps.
Triangle jumps it is. Hold on.
Shh.
Yep, okie dokie. Oh, gosh. Well, this is going to be fun, because we're going to have to... This is all the way over here.
This is far away, this one.
Yeah,
We'll get closer.
that's fine. Right. Hold on. Yeah,
So if you're on your way, you may want to call jumps
yes,
so
well,
that
we
you
will
dispatch
be...
knows you're available.
6, there we are. Now we can see. So,
Cool jump.
and this one is case 8, is it? Jumps. Oh,
Now, the reason I had to go to talent is page is putting all the information in.
yes, I'm typing in the things, and this is case number 8.
So I
Huh.
mean, I think I'm happy to say this if the fuel rats would let me, and if Paige would let me.
Hello.
Sally's put in the chat. She's changed my famous catchphrase to coincide with the rats. So I think that if you ever have the chance and you want to, you are more than welcome to say, Easy fuel, fast fuel. Instead of easy money, cash money. That's my phrase. If you didn't know that, that is a bit.
Well, I've received a friend request from a random person, but they are not on my list, so I will not be accepting them. Get out of here, rando.
Ah. The fuel must flow. I like that one as well.
Somebody has said, have there ever been instances of, sorry, we don't deliver in your region? I can pretty much say no, because you did that rescue that took months.
Yeah, we always try to help. There's no instance where we deny help, so to say.
Wow, amazing.
Cool.
And so obviously this takes a lot of work to have everybody together on it, to do all of these things. Like we said, the insane amount of work that goes on it. But I think that's what's really nice about the Fuel Rats group, is it's constantly doing stuff, because the game is, it's blaze your own trail, do what you want, and what you guys want is a whole system is brought up here to come together and do this stuff. Is this how you always expected that you would end up playing with Elite Dangerous? Is it gave you a new layer from what you did originally before you joined the Fuel Rats to where you are now?
Mm.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I probably wouldn't be as involved with Elite Dangerous as I am for the Fuel Rats. It's been keeping me around for 5 years now.
Mm.
Wow.
So, Andrew, I think we've had some developments that might actually require our attention.
Yes. What do you see over in IRC?
So what I am seeing is that it's pretty cold, and they now have a timer. That's not a good thing at all. So they've had to log out to the main menu to, not die.
So they have run so low on fuel that their ship systems cannot function, and they are on emergency life support.
Well, that's definitely not good.
No, not good at all. And that means that things are going to go a little bit differently than they did in the other one, because the client stays at main menu for most of the rescue so that they don't explode, honestly.
Yeah, which means finding a wing or their beacon is going to be a lot more difficult.
Yeah, and like I said, that this response time is like, even the communication here on the IRC is phenomenal.
It's been less than 5 minutes, so it's been 4 minutes exactly since the client went to okay, don't log in anymore.
That is intense.
It's pretty good. Like, I've been on the phone call to my local doctor, and it's been longer than that.
And you'll also
for the average. Yeah, for the average case within the bubble, where there's no snacks and everything, an average case time is like 5 minutes.
Wow.
From case arrival to fuel complete.
Wow, 5 minutes. Amazing. Absolutely
Right.
amazing.
Let's have a look. 3 jumps. We're close.
3 jumps there. We're halfway there. This is getting there.
We're close. I'm not going to fly into the sun this time. I am more advanced than that now.
And it's quite good with this communication. One of the Fuel Rats on the comments is actually asking for information. So look at the. So they're saying, without logging in, do you remember how much time is left in the blue timer? So they're getting us information that we're going to need to use to help them out, so we know what's going on there. It's just a phenomenal system, because it's a good way to. You're not worried about having to speak to these people the whole time as you're going to get them. You're actually doing the jumping, going out, logging it, picking up the stuff.
Well, it's very much like a first aid case. If you are trying to deal with somebody who's in crisis, you also don't want to be phoning like the ambulance and then talking to somebody's mum at the same time. You need somebody else to do those things so that you can handle the crisis. And
that's exactly why we have it.
Yeah.
Dispatch is honestly crucial, because they take all of this information that they get in. Like right now, Clapton, our damsel, has just told his dispatch Hagrid that he's got 4 minutes and 40 seconds of oxygen left in his life support. So that would lead the dispatch to make an entirely different set of decisions than if the client had, say, 1 minute or 45 seconds left on their life support. So they kind of take all of the information, they filter it through their experience, and then they push it back out and tell everybody what needs to be done to get everybody safe.
Excellent.
It's an amazing system. And obviously there are other groups out there like this, like for instance the Hull Seals. They do similar things. Do you ever get a scenario where you bump into each other?
Yeah, I mean, the Hull Seals are partly also made up of former Fuel Rats. They have a lot of similar procedures to us.
Yep.
Yeah, we pass clients between each other. They end up with clients that really just need fuel. They send them up to us, and we often send clients that just need hull repairs over to them.
That's fantastic. That's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing working together to save commanders out there. And that's what's actually really interesting. What I was reading as well is that the role play element for it is very involving. You're allowed to be as involved or as uninvolved as you want to be. But I like the part where it's like, if somebody is involved, you know, what harm would it do? It's nice to involve that in. And I quite like that. I really like the approach that the fuel rats have.
As they say, they're a collective.
Yeah. Oh yes, the
So-
collective.
Yes, so you don't, you work as a collective without, you don't have a boss who tells you what to do.
Yeah.
You work as friends. So, quickly interjecting here, I can see that Clapton was trying to get to a star that was very far away.
I've done that. I've done that
Very
part.
specific.
Very specific. Ooh.
And you're
Fabulous.
also, as you're flying out, sometimes even though we tell clients, please, please, please do not log into the game, sometimes accidents and miscommunications happen. So you're going to want to periodically check up and make sure that your client has not logged in.
It's all right. Clapton is in the menu, but we have asked him to do things, so it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up back in soon.
That is very, very, very common, and that's why you'll see a lot of times when we're running these Code Red rescues, these emergency oxygen rescues, the dispatch will go, once you get told, not now!
Yeah, not at this point.
There's that point where they probably are panicking so much they might not read it, and they just go, "Oh, I need to do it now anyway." No, please, please, please. And Paige just let them know that we're here now.
Yes, I have arrived in the system. I have let them know, which is a good times. I'm going to pause here for a moment. There we are.
And the dispatch has given the client a full set of instructions going, okay, well, once we say log in, you're going to need to log into open play, you're going to need to enable your wing beacon, and then you're going to want to invite all of your rats to a wing. And this all
Excellent.
needs to be done in quick succession, both in their actions and in your acceptance and visual of these actions.
Are you ready,
Because
Paige?
there's a timer.
There is a timer indeed. Right.
There's no
So-
fun countdown.
So we're going to want to obviously. Where are we going to want to head towards? They said they're in. They're going towards a very fast star, but there are a few of those.
So what you're probably going to want to do is you're probably going to throttle down for a minute because you're going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
And you can let your dispatch know different system features if you think it'll be pertinent. Generally, the rule of thumb is if the dispatch doesn't give you a position to be in, if the client is a bit vague about it, you're going to want to be a little ways out from the star. Maybe like,
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you think? How far?
Well, let's have a look. So we're not going to want to be in the exclusion zone. I know that much.
You probably want
Right.
to get around like 1500 to 2000 light seconds from the
Yeah.
star, so you have less influence from the gravity well around the star, unless you accelerate faster.
So I have been asked if I am ready for the client login, but I am going to tell them there are many, many stars and suns in this system.
This is really intense.
It is at this point that the dispatch would likely, seeing, oh, there are lots of stars, just kind of go, okay, here we go.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, and the fun part is this is a controlled environment. This is just one case after another.
Yep.
The live channel, we can often have like 3 or 4 cases going at a time, and
Yep.
we had as many as 13 cases at the same time, and one dispatcher handling all of them.
Oof, that's some skill of juggling and organisation.
Yeah, multitasking gets important.
Wow.
Grimulas in the chat has asked how many fuel rats are active, and as we said earlier, there was about 10,000 logs. Sorry, logs. I'm reading
Logs.
things now. 10,000 logs. They're all trees. No, 10,000 rats in their entirety.
Yeah.
Yep. And what was the most recent stat for how many people you have saved? I know it was about 98%.
Let's see.
Success. Yeah, like 2% fail.
2%.
Yeah.
2%.
And wait until you hear how many there are.
Just give me a moment till I'll get our statistics up here.
Not a problem at all. Take your time. That's amazing. Out of 98% of the people,
Clapton's logging in. Watch.
go.
They're still in the main menu, but
So
that's fine.
you're going to, as soon as he logs into Open, you're going to want to tell your dispatch client in Open.
Okay.
If they are in the system that you're in, you're going to type sysconf to let them know that they are actually there.
Yep.
And then once you see that wing and beacon, you're going to do the same thing that you did for the normal rescue with the nav lock and accepting the wing and flying towards the beacon.
Okay, so...
And as you drop in, that limpet has to fly as soon as you can possibly get poor Clapton targeted.
Ooh. Yay. Right, okay, so we have our person. Hello. I'm going to accept the old wing invite there. Oh, they're in deep space. Whee!
You can do it, Paige.
It's alright, we're going to find them. They're this way.
My rat
Go,
senses are
go,
tingling.
go! They're miles, but it's fine. Sally has reminded me of the time that I said a little bit live. Thank you very much, Sally. Your vote of confidence there is much needed. Thank you. So
We're a little bit getting there. Just a
Yep.
little bit.
Some of the most difficult cases as far as Code Red goes to dispatch are ones where the client has, as Bazalver mentioned before, has tried to supercruise out to another system.
Yeah.
Because the margin of error becomes difficult, and you can't exactly fly out to them. You have to see where they are and have them log back out and then fly there and hope you've gotten close enough.
yeah. So
For this
yeah,
one, it doesn't look like we'll need that, though.
no, they were trying to get pretty far away. Pretty far away. They've got 3 minutes 38 on the timer. I've got 18,000 light seconds to go. Go, ship, go!
Do you need to communicate
So-
how long you'll be away? Or you've done that.
I
At
have
this
told
point-
them. Yeah.
At this point, the dispatch is going to be checking, and they're going, okay, the client says they have 3 minutes and 38 seconds of oxygen remaining, and they're going to check that 18,000 light seconds and go, okay, well, an 18,000 light second journey is going to be somewhere between 2 minutes and 50 seconds and 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Okay.
So it'll be tight, but we think ultimately it might be okay. And you'll actually look in IRC, your dispatch is asking you for a bearing check, which means are you headed directly towards it and know how far you need to fly?
Oh. Cool. So I'm going to say that I'm headed directly towards
And generally that means that the dispatch is going to log the client out because they feel that it is going to be a bit too close to leave them in on their oxygen time.
Okay.
Oh. So there's
So
different
you're-
code levels. Sorry. Continue with the...
Yeah, you were looking for the statistics. Is that a good time for this now, Andrew, or do you want...
I just wanted to mention you're going to want to look at how far away the star behind you is
Yep.
so that you know how far you're going.
Yep. It's all right. I thought of that bit as well. Haha, being smart here. So
Very nice.
there we are. So yeah, they are approximately still 300,000 light seconds away from said star. So we need to. By the time we get to 301, we should be close enough to actually find them. They've got 2 minutes. My God.
This is intense.
Okay.
Timer update, please.
Oh.
2 minutes.
Okay.
.8.5 you're getting closer.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yep, you're almost there. That's so good. So yeah, there's different levels. There's 3 different levels. There was red. Sorry, not 3. What are the levels that you get of emergency? I don't know where I got 3 from.
Sorry?
Sorry,
Sorry.
Absolver.
The labels.
Yeah. So how many levels of
Emergency.
emergency are there?
No, we really only have 2 levels.
Two
Code red or not code red.
Right. Okay. And code red is a severe situation like this, and the normal one is just like one we had before.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And
Right.
we're going to do this first, and then we'll hear the statistics.
It's all right. I have put my landing gear down. I have slurred.
Get that limpet off.
Yep, will do in seconds as I see them. Wee. Go, Limpet, go! Go, Limpet! Attach them. Oh my God, is it doing
He
it?
has 50 seconds.
Dun, dun, dun.
98%. It's going to go down to 97, Charlie.
Go.
Is it working?
So they've asked you for your distance. You're going to want to let them know that you are in instant.
In an instance. They got fuel. They got fuel.
They got fuel.
Yay!
They have fuel.
Yay!
Oh my God.
Easy fuel, speedy fuel.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have saved him. Have more fuel because I have more.
Very, very
There
nice
we
job.
go. I have sent them fuel. Have more fuel. Enjoy. I do love how it's like, no, not this side. Whee! It's like a car where it's like, we'll just have to pull the pipe around the other side. There we go. And they have fuel.
Awesome.
Good job
Very
there,
nice.
Clapton. Ooh. Right. Hooray.
Now don't do it again.
There we are. Good job. There we are. Sorted.
Amazing.
Nobody died. I only flew into a star once. I had one hiccup of saying logs instead of rats. And you're wearing ears. Very good. Very good. And we managed to save both people.
I think that was a success.
That-
100% success.
There we go. And we couldn't have done it.
Absolutely.
We couldn't have done it without our special guests either, because there were multiple points where I'm sat there going, oh, help me.
Oh no, you were absolutely fantastic. You have done this so many times before, but it must be really different coming onto like a live stream to do it with us as well.
Do we have any Snickers?
Do we? Ab limpets.
Only limpets.
Ah,
Sorry.
We've got a lifetime supply stash. We keep it Wolheim. It's okay.
Please return to Fuelum for
Snickers.
There we go. We have told them where the Snickers are, which is excellent. We have fueled them. There we go. Did I pass, guys?
Well,
I'd
Anja
have-
is one of the overseers who actually run the drills and let our new rats know when they pass or not, so I'll leave to her.
I mean, I'd say your communication was pretty good. You prioritized limpets away. Your communication was concise and not only timely. I'd have to say I'd recommend you absolutely.
Yay! There we. Yes.
No,
Excellent.
I didn't do anything. I just panicked and flailed a wee bit and asked the questions. But one day maybe I'll try and get my rat license.
And as Clapton's let us know in the chat, he had 28 seconds by the time we actually got some fuel to him.
Wow, 28.
And he did. He had an actual timer sitting there to see how you did.
There you go.
That is
So
insane.
JIT save. So there we are, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you guys with us.
Oh, you're
Thank you for
very
having
welcome.
me.
But before we go, we've got the statistic.
Oh,
Yeah, we do.
yes.
Total successful rescues as of right now is 65,230 rescues.
Wow.
With an all-time success rate of 96.1%.
And is that including pages?
Mine was a test
I know,
condition.
just-
All right.
Oh, you about her earlier rescues, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have 100% rescue.
100% rescue rate.
100%.
And again, oh my God, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. And again, it's such an amazing group to be a part of. And I've really enjoyed that.
It's a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun. I will probably have to sort of, when I'm at home over Christmas, to jump on a few times.
Yeah,
do
since
some,
you're
do
on
some
around
ratting.
ratting now, you can now go
Have to
ratting.
become a proper rat.
You can do that. But is there
You need to
anything
get
that
your
you...
deco.
What, sorry?
You need to get your decal.
Oh, my
for your
decal.
ship.
Your decal, did you
Gonna
get
have
your
to-
decal?
I will. I'll decorate my ship with it very
She's
proudly.
going to proudly show it
shall.
off. That's what you'll do for that. But is there anything that you guys would like to say on behalf of yourselves or the Fuel Rats while you're here?
Squeak.
Squeak it is.
Squeak it is.
Squeak. Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. And to everyone who came along to watch, thank you so much. Hope you had a good time. And
Thanks for
we
having
will
us.
be back.
Thank you.
Yes, and thank you for being here. Will you come back again someday?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Fabulous.
Because I need to get my badge now. I think
Then we
everyone's
shall
got one
hold
except for
you
me.
to it.
I think Will's a seal and you're a rat.
Yeah.
I'm just a
we'd have to speak to the corgis or something for
Yeah,
you.
there's
Just
something else for me to do.
Have to find somewhere else.
But that's fantastic, and it's been a lovely Galactic Intern episode. Just to remind everybody right now that we are doing a beta for January update. So if you've not jumped on already, or if you're interested, we've got a whole forum section with details on how to do it, what to look at. We're there, we're trying to communicate. Well, we're not trying, we are communicating with you every day, trying to get answers for you and everything else. If you've not been responded to, we will get to you. Please head over there and check it out. And if you want to see any of these other videos, like the Galactic Intern that we did before, that was Will and myself, if you want to do any of these stuff and come check it out, please come check them out on our YouTube channel.
Yes. Right, well that is all from us tonight. We will be back soon with details of more live streams. And
Check the forums for them as well.
that's what I was going to say next, but Stephen sniped me. And we will see you all again soon.
Thanks
Bye,
for watching, guys.
Bye.